We continue with the thread of democracy. Viewers, in the world of high-powered diplomacy, there are some truisms that cannot be ignored. A prominent one is, and you must have heard it, interests are permanent, not friends. So you'll see, for example, the United States President, who represents the oldest democracy, in his official capacity, shake hands with the leaders of authoritarian regimes and the next moment with the leaders of democracies. Why? Because there is an interest there. For instance, President Biden will have no problems with meeting the French president one day and Mohammed bin Salman, the second in command in Saudi Arabia, even though the two regimes are on the opposite end of the democratic spectrum. Or let's just put it on the ideological spectrum. Reasons of state will always prevail. But in private world, leaders are very conscious of their image. They're also very picky about who they want to be seen with in a personal capacity, who they want to fraternize with in a personal capacity, who they let into their homes to meet their family, viewers. That's why President Modi, or rather President Biden, inviting Prime Minister Modi to his home for an intimate dinner with his family before the official state dinner is such a big deal. The invitation is a testament to President Biden's personal high regard for Prime Minister Modi. Not that the Indian Prime Minister needs a character certificate from anyone, but the personal invite from Biden is a testament to PM Modi's worldwide global credibility and acceptability. Remember, Biden has been aggressively lobbied by the left, his own left in America, to take on Modi for what the ecosystem claims, and you heard them in the last debate, a poor record at home on human rights. But Biden clearly thinks that the left ecosystem's high-volume anti-Modi campaign lacks substance. It is important to note that the intimate family dinner between President Biden and Prime Minister Modi comes even as Rahul Gandhi had traveled to the United States and severely criticized PM Modi for betraying the cause of democracy and secularism here at home in India. Clearly, Rahul's assessment of the situation at home has not been taken seriously. Listen in to a series of reactions from top US officials heaping praise on India and the shared common values between the United States and India. That value is democracy. Listen in.
We see this defining relationship as a unique connection between the world's oldest and largest democracies, with a special obligation now to demonstrate that our governments can deliver for and empower all of our citizens. We see all of this in the deep bonds between our people who participate in exchange programs. Maybe most important, here in the United States, an Indian American diaspora over 4 million strong and growing stronger every day. We see the importance of the partnership in a shared commitment to address regional and global challenges, promoting health security, working with our Quad partners to build a free, open, secure, prosperous Indo-Pacific, where people, where goods, where ideas can travel freely and rules are applied fairly. The evolution in this relationship, just over the past couple of decades, has been extraordinary.
We are very much looking forward to have Prime Minister Modi here. As you know, the United States has a significant defense partnership with India and terrific cooperation inside the Quad, across the Indo-Pacific with India. There's a lot to talk about. We're looking forward to the visit.
There's a lot to talk about because there are common shared values. Smita Prakash, yes, officially, diplomats meet each other, heads of state meet each other. They don't really care about what their personal credibility is because the countries have to do business. But when it comes to personal relationships, those are actually based on mutual respect and, most importantly, on common shared values. Would you agree with me or would you disagree with me? You're on mute. I don't know, something's happened with your voice. You're on mute. Smita Prakash, you're on mute. I think we've lost her or she's on mute. Are you on mute? Can you hear me now? Okay, I think we've had an audio dropout with you. I'm going to try to come back. But let me just put this to Tehseen Poonawalla. though I didn't really want to go to him first in this debate because he obviously represents a partisan position. Now, Rahul Gandhi goes out there. I think Smita Prakash is back. Is she back? Can you hear me? Okay, she's still not back. Okay, Tehseen Poonawalla, look, let me ask you this question because Rahul Gandhi went out there and he went out there to claim that Modi has murdered democracy, this, that, the other, venal character, not somebody who we should be fraternizing with in a matter of speaking because of look what he's doing at home. But it's DC that's giving doubters the answer. Mr. Biden, he's inviting him home. This is not a state dinner. This is an intimate, personal, deepening personal relationship. Why would he be sitting across the table from somebody in a personal capacity if he didn't think that that person was credible? Tehseen Poonawalla, your entire campaign has flopped. No takers.
First of all, Mr. Rahul Gandhi hasn't spoken anything that is anti the country. He's spoken about problems in our country, and he said continuously in the US, we will fix these problems which continue to exist in our country, and you cannot deny
Prime Minister Modi, yes or no?
Because he's in the opposition,
yes or no?
And that's a democratic
right.
That's a democratic
so here it
right.
is.
That's a democratic right.
He has associated him.
Ted Cruz targeted Biden, who you just quoted in the previous debate.
Sir, he has associated.
Is Ted Cruz called an anti-American?
Can I just finish?
So just putting the perspective, sir.
No, you're not putting. You're putting the wrong perspective. Because
Cruz,
again, plausible deniability is being weaved in. I'm asking you: is Rahul Gandhi a firm critic of Prime Minister Modi because he believes that Prime Minister Modi is an autocrat, despotic, has destroyed the foundation and edifice of democracy at home, and differentiates between people by spreading Nafrat ki Rajniti, as he claims, and he is opening now. Rahul Gandhi is opening his Muhabbat ki Dukan. Has he said this or not? Am I wrong?
Rahul Gandhi is a critic of the policies of Prime Minister Modi, not personality of Narendra Modi ji. But Narendra Modi ji continues to stifle democracy in the government. There is no doubt about it. But we are a democratic nation that shares common values and strategic interests with the US. We are glad the Prime Minister is sharing a personal equation with President Biden, and we hope the best comes out of it. Because
let me tell you, viewers, when the Congress Party's leadership, senior leaders have personally taken jibes at Modi. I haven't heard Rahul Gandhi getting up and saying, nahi, Mohammed karo. Mr. Kharge, Mr. this, Mr. that, you're all wrong. Jairam Ramesh, you're wrong. Don't use these words. He's very happy with the Prime Minister being maligned. Now, a person who has been described in such terms by the Congress, viewers, the Congress Party here, has become a personal friend. You don't make personal friendships, and I wish Smita Prakash was there with us because she would have told us, because she is a long-time observer of diplomacy. Well, nonetheless, Shahzad Poonawalla, you want to respond? I want to ask you, Mr. Tehseen Poonawalla says that those charges remain, despite Biden's personal invite to Mr. Modi.
First time I've heard that Kabr Khudegi, ek Pradhan Mantri ki, is not an attack on his personality, it is an attack on his politics. This is Tehseen Poonawalla's definition. But anyways, I am just glad that whatever Rahul Gandhi is selling in his Mohabbat ki Dukan, at least Biden is not one of the customers of this. And Biden represents the politics and the thought process of America right now because he's the leadership there. Diplomacy works on both politics, personality and performance. Yes, in the past too many of our leaders have been feted by United States because the performance of India was such and they have feted them. But today when it goes a step further, then it becomes about seeking autograph. Not just seeking autograph, the leadership of Italy says that you are the most loved Prime Minister. You have a Prime Minister who gives the highest civilian honor to our Prime Minister and also honors our civilian traditions by touching the feet, Prime Minister James. You have had the New Zealand Prime Minister flying all the way to Australia, and you can see the number of highest civilian honors given, including 6 from Muslim countries.
So you're saying this is the sign of personal acceptability of Mr. Modi and the absolute abnegation of the Congress campaign. Smita Prakash, I was trying to get, because you've, been an observer of diplomacy for a long time, foreign relations, etc. So I want to ask you, fine, professionally, you will meet people as heads of state. You may not like them personally. You may not share their value system, that you have to do business. But when it comes to personal equations, there's a different chemistry, there is a different equation, there is mutual respect at work. Am I right or am I wrong? I'm going to begin with the question I asked you.
Yes, absolutely, Rahul. And Mr. Modi has shared that personal rapport, whether it was with President Obama, or whether now with Biden, whom he's met several times. And, you know, is significantly every time that he visits America, the importance of the visit increases, and because both countries see this relationship as the single most defining relationship in their diplomacy, in their foreign relations. Mr. Modi's earlier visits in 2014, in 16, in 17, and in 19, these were categorized as working visits, and now it's a state visit, and that comes with a whole set of ceremonial trappings. I've covered those visits with Dr. Manmohan Singh. It's different. You know, America doesn't do pomp and pageantry like we do in India. They have their bit, which is not as much as we do in India, but it's still there. It's understated compared to ours, but it's significant. Now, Mr. Modi will be offered to whether he would like to stay in Blair House. Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh stayed in 2005 when George Bush was the president. But then, and he was the state guest, but then he didn't stay when President Obama was there. In Blair House, you've had Jawaharlal Nehru and Indira Gandhi stay out there. Pandit Nehru and Indira Gandhi both stayed. And then there'll be this banquet dinner, which Jill Biden will be hosting. And, you know, that makes it to the style pages. Yeah. And knowing Prime Minister Modi's, that he's a vegetarian, so there'll be a big vegetarian spread, being sensitive to the guest. And there's some fine china which comes out. So the entire national media focuses on that. Then there are a whole host of bilateral meetings which will take place. That is the
rising acceptability.
There'll be energy, there'll be space, there'll be defense.
Yeah, that's a whole different
thing, and
that's
the diaspora connect.
Yeah,
just
one line. Okay, very quickly, I want to bring in Pankaj Sharma, who's been waiting, and I'm running out of time.
Yes. The most significant thing is that Mr. Modi will be the first person to address US Congress twice.
Okay, one second. Which shows the bipartisan support. Okay, bipartisan support, acceptability. Pankaj Sharma, acceptability is only rising. Every time the Congress criticizes Modi's, acceptability goes up. What is happening? Why? Is it because your campaign is fake, full of calumny?
Visit is indeed very, very important, very significant. It is an unusual honor United States has extended to India. Narendra Bhai Modi is only the third Indian leader who has been invited as a state guest by America in last 76 years, after Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan.
Yes, we know that.
Dr. Manmohan Singh. So socialist, humanist Nehru was not given this honor. Secular, pro-poor Indira Gandhi was not given this honor. Liberal, innovative Rajiv Gandhi was not given this honor. Even a staunch follower of the values and principles of Raj Dharma, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, couldn't get this recognition. Therefore, the prestige and reputation extended to Narendra Bhai Modi is surely immense, symbolic, and indicative.
Okay. Well, we leave it at that, viewers. We've run out of time. Sorry, sir. We've run out of time. We leave it at that. The news are coming up. Don't go away, viewers.